Guten Tag, Project 71. Guten Tag, Albert. Guten Tag, Samantha. So good. But I really want to fly in my mini Kombi Project 71. Fly, fly, fliegen. Fly, fly, fly. But where can I achieve the objective of the Flug Project 71? Thank you, Project 71. I best be on my way to learn the art of the Flug and avoid the troll at all costs. Guten Tag, Project 71. Fantastic. I found the great hill and I achieved the Flug. I'm so very happy. Auf Wiedersehen for now. Till next time, Project 71, Albert and Samantha. Fly, fly.
Rightio guys, welcome to episode 7 of the King Kombi build series. Yeah, Wolfgang's quite a character. In this episode now we're going to get stuck back into the flares and you'll see them come together. Lots of work on the flares in this episode. So the flares, we finally worked out how for the fiberglass to dry. We had a base and then we could start building from that. So you'll see the flares get close to done in this episode. There'll be more work. You'll see the bumpers get done. The moulds and all them produced and mounted, and just want to thank you all for coming along to the King Kombi build series and watching, and there's plenty of content to come. Hope you're enjoying it. Like and subscribe, and we'll get stuck into the episode.
Okay, 16th of September 2018. Here we are still on the flares, the guards. So we're 10 days into the guards project. Simon's just fishing out a small portion of clay.
So yeah, these actually weigh, the inside of this is full of clay, so I know that'll be the best part of 30-40 kilos of clay laying under this. So before we get our fiberglass shape for our plug off, we're going to get all the clay out, and that's what we're fishing out now. So we've done all the guards all the way around the car. This is the last one, so we'll get the clay off here. Then I'm going to put the guard back on, car's still at full bottom out, then I'm going to be moving the wheel full lock at full bottom out, seeing where we're going to trim the spiral edge. Once we've got that, then we can start our final shaping, which will be getting all the shape on and making a really good plug out of this, and then we'll be taking moulds off it. It's going to be a tricky one because we're going to make a mould of it, but where the flares actually bolt on, we can make the mould up to here, and we can make the mould on the reverse side, but we're going to need to do something where it bolts on, so a little bit thought's got to go into that. But yeah, we've got our shape. Clay cost us probably about $280. All the clay to do this, which is way cheaper than any other product. Our biggest slowdown here, we lost about 3 to 4 days figuring out, was that we didn't use the aluminium foil. The aluminium foil works a treat. It was only a video on YouTube that showed us that. Probably was common sense, but how many people make moulds off clay? But yeah, very cheap product to get the shape you want quickly. So that's where we're at. I'm going to have a major cleanup. I told Bruce not got any clay on the floor. Well, yeah, let's change a bit. He made a real mess up the back here.
I did.
Maybe it was me. So yeah, lots been going on. We've been busy, so yeah.
I did a clean up this morning, but it was a very quick sort of bit of a sweep and clean, but there's still a substantial amount of clay residue left around the place, but you can see a nice guards on these sides, all ready to be trimmed and completed. They're nice, quite beastie. Big beautiful guards.
Yeah, so they're one layer of 225 chopped strand glass, a layer of 450, and we put a little bit of biaxial 100mm glass in there with the strand. When the wheel comes off and stuff, and we do our trimming on it, put a steel frame in there to keep it nice and strong for when we take upstairs to take the moulds off them, once all the shapes and stuff's done. But we've definitely got what we want. We're just going to make these look really good. The rear guard here. Where's my template? This is our design blueprint. If you look at that guard shape, there's an original splitty. See how the line goes like so? So this is what we interpreted here. These lines are what we're going to work on to accentuate it. We don't really have a choice because of these enormous flares on the King Kombi, but we will get our best shape we can. So remember, it's at full bottom out. Once we move up 100mm, the guard will move up over the tyre. But I think it's going to work, and it's sort of going to have a Volkswagen bug look to the Kombi, with the round shape, but we'll get a nice shape in it. Remember, this is purely a plug to get the shape in. But yeah, I think we'll get it good. Okay, here's a rare moment. I've managed to release all the clay off the flare, so this should come off. Ta-da! Look at that. Cowabunga.
Cowabunga indeed.
Here we go. How good's that? Straight into the back of Bruce's bomb. Whoop! It fell off!
Oh no, it's destroyed.
And there we
Ta-da!
go.
Look at that.
Ta-da! What a moment. Glorious.
Beautiful.
And that's how you make.
Just a few remnants of the guard here in the back of the truck.
That's how you make the big flares.
Beautiful job.
Straight from the earth. The King Kombi.
The flare that was protective foil inside. Very nice.
Alrighty. There we are. So full bottom out. That way. Just touching in there, we'll need a little bit of clearance. Where's that touching there, buddy?
Touching on the front edge, I think.
Okay, we're going to remove probably about 10mm there, but this is at full bottom out. They'll be up 4 inches higher at right height. Whenever the car jumps, the wheels hopefully will be straight. So yeah, there we go. That's a good foundation. The other one's a look over here. Much the same. So yeah, we're happy with that, eh? What do you think?
Very much so. All good.
Yeah, we'll just move on now and get all pocketed and get some nice shape to it. And getting ready to take molds off. So sweet, happy with that. Rightio, so once all those flare guards were made in a rough form, we got stuck into it with the bog and started to make some shapes there. And I also needed to get bumpers for the front and rear of the Kombi. I managed to locate a front one off Volksmod down at Burleigh, a bloke called Gunter, super helpful, and I got a mould off that. The rear one I was still searching for at this stage because nobody I found had one. But anyway, the front one came along and I got some moulds off that to make a plug, and on to the next bit.
September 19. Well into the continuing shaping of the flared guards. In adding bolts and trying to just define some more shape here at the moment. Still a long way away from being finished or anywhere, but certainly by laying bolts gives us something more substantial to sand back, start to get more of the final shape. Added more bog from the edge of the main strip up here. Gives it more contour in the top of the guard. Nice fun work, isn't it, Simon? Not dusty at all, or?
It is. It's getting there.
Indeed it is.
I'll be sanding all this week or next weekend. Where will you be, Bruce?
I'll be away working, mate.
Camping, playing with your remote control cars.
What? I've got to.
Right.
I have to go away for a couple of days, but then I'll be working again. So, yeah.
Yeah, so it's alright. I'll keep it all.
It's called a family commitment that I must keep. Anyway, such is life, mate.
It's alright. I don't really want you to do finishing sanding on the guards anyway.
No, I know you don't.
So it's all
It's
good.
a perfect time. While I'm away, you can sand away.
Get them all perfect.
Nice.
So yeah, that's what we're up to. Getting these close. So these are going to be the plugs. So these aren't finished guards. These are going to be the plugs for the moulds, even though they're fiberglass. All they can do is serve as a purpose to make the mould will be coming off these. And once we've got the mould, then we can make as many as we want. So yeah, we're going to pull it off soon. And this line here is where we're bringing the bog into and contouring it all down. It's going to be a bit of a tricky mould because we've got to mould it, and we're also going to reverse the mould 50mm down the opposite side of the flange. Where it'll be tricky is here, because this will be an area we're going to have to put washers underneath here. Probably about, I don't know, go nearly 10mm thick, so there's a cavity in there that we can fill with resonance and glass up in the cavity when we're making the finished product. So this will be upside down. I'll have to pour resin in there and stuff bits of glass in there so we can have a nice thick bit here where it bolts on. More so that we can get the glass up in there and have an actual proper edge, but sounds a bit funny, but we'll get that done. We're also doing the front bumper. Where's our front bumper? Here's our front bumper. It's drying away at the moment. So this Kombi's wider, so we've added a good 180mm through here into the section. This is an original 1950, 60 something front bumper off a split screen that I took a mould off, and now I've just joined it and sectioned it together to get the shape. It'll be sitting up about so when we get it all done. We're on the search now for a rear bumper. It looks like I found one in Southport locally, and hopefully we'll be able to flop a mould off that to make the rear bumper. So yeah, it's getting there. So that's what we're up to. Making guard moulds, bumper moulds. Once we've done that, we'll really be able to move strong, won't we?
Indeed, mate.
So lots of sanding, lots of dust to be made. Bruce has covered up the lathe. But yeah, so we're getting there. Probably another update in about a week or so, you reckon?
Yep.
Cool.
Good job.
Right, I managed to get a mould off a rear bumper off a company in Southport on the Gold Coast called Split Decision. Super helpful. and we got a mould off that, and basically got stuck back into sanding on the guards and more and more bog, and you'll see more of it coming up here. So here we go again. Okay, 27th of September 2018, King Kombi update. It's Sunday, been working long all day. So these are the flares taking shape. So what I'm doing is getting all the flares into shape, bogging them up and smoothing them out and actually making a good looking product. The best I can to replicate a huge flare to cover a 35-inch tyre on a Kombi. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So yeah, front one's off. It's over here on the bench. Place is an absolute bog dust peel. So there's the front one, just feathering it in, getting some nice shape. So basically if I get the front one and the rear one on the driver's side all done and neat, then I'm going to take a mould off them, some ribs to replicate to go to the other side to do the passenger side. So yeah, progress is getting there. The other job at the hobby shop, which is upstairs, that takes up a lot of time. It's quite busy coming into school holidays again, and yeah, that saps a lot of my time. So yeah, times I get on this at night time and Sundays. It's very time consuming, but yeah, it's getting there. Bruce is away again on holidays, but he's got a family, so he's got to look after them. So it's just me on my lonesome sand and bog. But yeah, no, progress is coming along good. So I also got the rear bumper mould, thanks to split decision in Southport. That's off a bumper that I took a mould off, so I couldn't get that one, but I've got that now. And the front one, there it is there on the ground. It's been widened about 180mm. And yeah, getting that into shape now, so yeah. Progress is happening. More updates soon. King Kombi. Rightio, guards on the bench so I can work on them more, and basically just more and more sanding and trying to get it closer to a finished shape. That's what's happening here, and on to the next
3rd of October, and just still working on the guards, the flares for the Kombi. Just mixing together some bog, just going to fill in. This is obviously a halfway good looking one. It's an even better one. As you can see, it's been hand tooled and scraped back. Still a bit more bog to go in that one.
There was our sanding apparatus.
That was our previous sanding apparatus.
Which where's the bolt? Over there.
We're using the bolt just as a guide, as an internal shaft for the dowel.
Rightio, so here's where we had to really speed up the project, and that rod there is an 8mm metric rod that you see bolted into the guard. Basically it's a fixture I was using with a 45mm bit of wood with a hole up the centre that I was sliding the sandpaper over and sanding back and forth to remove bog. Now with 36 of these to make, and bog's quite hard to sand when it's gone up, this was a massive job trying to turn it by hand, but we basically just invented a new tool on the lathe, which was an absolute game changer. You'll see it here.
But we're obviously mixing in some bog to fill this gap in. Just going to see how long the process is going to take with
our new tool.
Our new tool that we've just manufactured. The
Notchmaster 9000.
Yes. Made our own home lathe here and tooled out. We'll see how it works out.
Video update in 5 minutes.
Yep. Moments later, oh, bit of silent arm there. Obviously got a lot of excess bog there. We just need to reshape. Looking at a new power tool option is Okay, here we are with our fancy sanding device.
Beautiful.
That small bit there has made a huge difference. Probably would have taken Simon half an hour to sand that out by hand.
Absolutely. So yeah.
Technology's a beast.
It is. It's a bit hard to go buy a tool for a notching machine, so we had to make some up. That works fine, just a rod up there and a little device we machined up. Probably get some more Velcro so it touches better, but that just saves so much time. What time is it now?
No idea.
Well, we've probably done this one in less than half an hour rather than 5 hours.
Definitely.
We've got a bit of clean up work, a little bit more in here, but the shape's in there pretty quick now, considering like it was all out here. Yeah, this should really speed it up considering we've got 36 of these to make.
Nice. Good job.
Beautiful. Okay, it's Sunday, 21st of October 2018. So last update was about 21st of September or 23rd of September, so it's been about a month. I've been pretty busy upstairs with the shop, with the hobby shop. I've done little dribs and drabs of work on this. The biggest issue I've had is trying to get this guard to look how I want it to look, and that means the line there just above, just where the wheel is, looking the radius and all that sort of stuff to make it look like a Kombi. It's virtually a task that I can't really get any help with because nothing else has a 35-inch tyre on it and this big. But I've sort of settled after nights and nights looking at it at that sort of shape. I've got the lip how I want it and the outside shape how I want it. So now I've finally put the ribs on. Those ribs there have got fiberglass on them. Once they're dry, they'll be the template to take to the other side to make the other side the same. Bit of a task, but we'll measure it out. But that'll be the closest reference. So what I've done there is put the ribs on. Look at that, and they'll dry, and then I'll pick them off, and I'll mark out the same, and I can reference that when I'm sanding to put them up to get the shape. Front one's pretty much the same. A little bit more bog work on this one. Have done all the notches now. They're all sorted out. The other thing that we're working on the front one, shit everywhere, is right at the top here on the kombis. I've made this bit up here straight. Now this thing will never look like a real Kombi in the guard department. We have to make it sort of similar, but if you look there, once it goes into focus, the top bit there goes a little bit straight. So yeah, remember this thing's still at full bottom out, so once it goes up to right height, it'll raise 100mm. It should look half decent, but yeah, so that's where I'm at. It's been hard to get motivation lately, I've got to be honest. Like, it's sucked the life out of me, this thing, especially at work and all the other stuff. But sometimes you need to slow down and then you can go forward again. So I think for a bit of inspiration, which I seem to have a little bit now, I should be able to progress and get back into the swing and get some real progress. Been busy building stock for the hobby shop upstairs. So hopefully before the lead up to Christmas I'll get some quiet days in November and the lead up, and I'll get some work done and get some real good progress and hopefully get some moulds made off these guards. Anyway, that's the update for now. Bruce is overseas. I think he's in Singapore tonight, so anyway, he'll be back in November and get some nights in. So more updates soon. King Kombi. Keep going. Alrighty, King Kombi update. It's the 4th of November 2018. So there's the front bumper. That's the one we can take a mould off. I'm getting into shape and getting all smoothed out. That's the rear bumper, but I've got to put one inside that and pop one out and then section it and widen it, and that'll become the rear bumper. And then I've got to make a mould of both of the finished products. Over to the King. Working on the passenger side now. Getting all those guards into shape. We took templates off the other side, so they're pretty close to shape, and we're getting the other side the same. I've done all the notches around those guards with our notch tool, and these ones here are to shape, but all the notches are going to be shaped in. So yeah, getting all them done. Once they're done, we'll be taking moulds off them. But the plan is, before we take the moulds off them, we want to get the car up to ride height with the bumpers bolted on, the fiberglass bumpers, the finished ones, while it's still down level, and that's the last job we need to do. And then we can push the car outside finally and have a look how it sits at ride height, which will be 100mm higher. Got to shape the windows in a bit better. But there's the update. Bruce is overseas. He's in China. He just rang me tonight. But it is coming along. It's been a sapping 6-7 weeks on these flag guards, but the enthusiasm is starting to get a bit better, and yeah, we will move on and keep moving. The last month I've been really busy in the hobby shop building stock ready for Christmas, so yeah, that sort of slowed me down a bit on this, but yeah, we'll keep moving, and more updates soon. Rightio, moving on to the front and rear bumpers now. There's the rear one on the ground. I've extended it, cleaned it up, bogged and sanded it, and it's into primer, as you'll see in the next video. Okay, King Kombi update. It's the Sunday, the 11th of November 2018. So, got the rear bumper well underway now. So that's the second coat of primer. It's been widened to suit the King. Done the corners the best we can to make it look the part. So yeah, that one's been made up now, and the front one is yours. That one's just been primed as well. So a lot of work in that, trying to get the shape all nice and looking good. So next step with the bumpers is to sand them, get them all blocked in nice, get the shape really good. If I need another coat of primer to do that, then I'll get them down to sort of the 800, 1200 and 1500, get them really nice. And I'll be taking moulds off them. These will be the ones that would take the permanent moulds off for the King. So we've got fiberglass bumpers. So yeah, the last week's been fairly involved on the bumpers, plus normal business work as well, the hobby shop. Yeah, so that's where we are. Bumpers coming along well. More updates soon on King Kombi. Rightio, all sanded back, all smoothed out. In the next picture you'll see here, they're already been gel coated. The fiberglass is going on. They've got a flange on there as well. You can see there the flange, and then I make the last bit, so I re-gel coat that after it was waxed to make the end bits, because you can't release the moulds without that bit.
When the front job's made, 1 in the morning. Guards coming along, both sides. There's the bumper, all cut out, the mould, that'll release it from there, but it's all cut. Do it in our nice clean room. Just cut out and smooth.
Okay, King Kombi update, Tuesday, 20th of November 2018. So yeah, pulling the bumper bar moulds off now. So that's the rear one. Front one I'm still in the process of pulling that apart. So little wedges in there, but it's coming apart alright. That's what's released off there. There's the other parts down there. So yeah, coming along. Get some bumper bars made. Ready for gel coat. Let's get that gel coat happening. Ready for our first layer of fiberglass, tie layer. More updates soon. I'm mounted out of the moulds onto the Kombi and mounted front and rear. On. So now it's time to get moving on. Get these guards and flares done. Rightio, so I finally got all the bumpers made. They're the finished ones on, and I made brackets up to mount them to the Kombi, so it started to look like the real deal. You can see the brackets there on the holding the rear guard on. So yeah, all the bumpers were done. You can see the little flakes there. That's actually PVA. Then I had to make these little machined aluminium inserts up to go into the flare guards, because I needed something nice and flat to sand up. You'll see here in this next picture here, you can see them sitting in there. That gave me like a 10mm little void where I had to fill fiberglass when I made the real ones. And yeah, so it was back to the rear guards, and we're getting really close now to taking the Kombi off the jig from its full bottom out, so we can see the final trimming and raise it up. That's actually off the jig there, but yeah, another video coming up here and you'll see that.
Okay, here we are on the 2nd of December 2018 in Kombi land.
We are. So this is since Bruce has been on his world trek about with work. So what's it been, about 70 days?
Yep.
70 days since Bruce's last video update. So what's happened in that time? Lots has happened. This is actually the last guard we're working on. We've done all the inserts, all the notching out on the guards. This guard's pretty much done. The front guards. If we look over here, last time we done a video, these were just raw. But now they're all notched in. All the plates are in. We're getting them really close to moulding stage now. We had to make all the bumper moulds. So the moulds have been made, bumpers have been finished, bumpers have been mounted. So they're all on, same with the rear one, the rear bumper. Rear bumper's on. That was widened right up and yeah, all mounted. So basically we've both been busy with our own jobs, but I've been doing every night I can trying to make it move on. So the plan today is to get the rear guards similar. That's what we've got up on the table over here now. Basically what's going on here is we take these templates and we're getting all the profiles right this and that way. Once that's done closely, we're going to put the guards back on today, and we should have another video this afternoon of this thing. We're going to actually take it off the jig, the chassis, and we're going to put the car to ride height. It's still at full bottom out, and it's never moved since we've built it. So we're actually going to unbolt it, break the bottom chassis spaces off so we can get the thing up to ride height. I'm going to push it outside for the very first time, aren't we?
Outside in the sun.
Well, it could be late starting, it could be evening, but it'll be the very first time the thing's been at ride height, so we can have another look at the flare guards and the wheels and the guards, because we haven't had it out of here yet. It's the first time we're going to be able to look at it. If we want to do any changes to the flares, we'll be able to see that at ride height. Yeah, so it's going to look completely different to Savi when we bring it out, push it up, bring it up to ride height. So yeah, that's our update.
Rightio guys, that brings us to the end of episode 7 of the King Kombi build series. If you made it this far, you're a legend for watching along. Yeah, so in the next episode, you can see in this picture here, I've already released it off its concrete basic jig, and it was the first time we're ever going to put the suspension in it. You'll see that in the next episode, and we're going to continue on for the guards. We wanted to get it outside to ride height and see what we need to do to trim and just get the guards looking the best they could before we'll take the moulds off. But yeah, they were a big job, and we'll finish them up in the next episode. Yeah, so I hope you're enjoying the content. If you do, please like and tell your friends about it and subscribe. We've got plenty more content coming up, lots of interesting stuff, and how it's all going. I hope you're enjoying the puppet content. There's plenty more of that coming. So yeah, so thanks again guys, and we'll see you in episode 8 of the King Kombi build series.